Hello, and I hope you've found loads of vintage watches. These are just some of the vintage watches that I've found recently, and this is how I like to find them. You're walking along in an antique fair looking for watches, and you'll see a watch that's completely out of focus. You'll see a watch, and they often have a cheap, expandable strap or a tatty strap on it, not to be ignored. That to me is a good sign. And there on that expandable strap is a little steel watch. This time it was a little Cyma. It says Cymaflex Navistar on the dial. It's got a little chip there on the glass, probably the original glass. I'm just going to leave it there while it's in focus. If anyone's ever tried to photograph watches or film them, they're an absolute nightmare because of the glass and the reflections on them. But you can just see the edge there. There's a little line there on the lug, so it's not been polished or buffed or even, it's not been rubbed with anything. I know it's scuffed and scratched, but there's the original line on the lug. That's the original finish, the original surface of the watch. And there it is again on the bottom lug. And that's just how I like to find them. It means it's not been polished by anyone. It's not been on a buffing wheel, which is how we like to find them. There's the original crown. Fantastic. I think it's original glass. The dial's not fantastic. It's got foxing on it or some sort of age on it. Which again, it's the original dial. Nice buttons, steel case, lovely, just the way we like to find them. And if you turn it to, it's just going to go out of focus. That has got to be one of the most annoying things. The dirt, it's still got dirt in the back of it, and it's still got dirt in the lugs there. Let's try to see if that will look at the light a bit better. And again, that's a really good way to find them. It's a good way to know they've not been messed about with. They've come off someone's wrist at some point, and they've gone in a drawer. And you can even see it. That's a shame. You can even see it round the bezel. There's dirt around the bezel. I don't know if you can see it on the camera and round the glass there. So you can tell it's not been messed about with, and you can tell not even been through another watch guy's hand. This has come straight from the original owner. You can see the lug in between the dirt in between the lugs there. No one's picked it up. No one's rubbed it. It's just the original vintage watch. It's not like a 1960s steel watch. I don't think it's. It's not been messed about with. That's just how we like to find them. Cyma on the back, like a spanner case type back. On super tight. We have to look at taking it off or how to get it off. And with the same guy on the same stall was this other Cyma. He tells me it came from the same house. Yeah, they all say that. It's just come out of an house. It came out of an house clearance. But it's not uncommon, and I have done it in the past. You find someone has bought a watch, a record, an Eterna, a Cyma, an Omega, and they've had it for 10 years or 15 years, and then they've bought another one. So this one is earlier. This one's more like a 1950s one. 50s looking crown, like the Omega case, the flat round bezel, the lugs. It has automatic inscripts. It's got the 12, 3, 6 and 9 on the dial. It's got a lovely blue. Just see if we can get the hand to move around a little bit more. It's got a lovely sweep seconds hand, which is absolutely fantastic and something you sort of look out for on watches. And it's a bumper automatic, so I'd say that was 1950s. The guy could have bought this in the 50s, won it for 10 years, and bought this one in the 60s, or this is probably late 60s or 70s. This other Cyma. Again, that's the light you pick up on the glass. It's terrible for filming. But again, this one you can see the dirt on the bezel. You can see you can see the steel finish. That's the original finish. It's not been buffed or polished by anyone, or it's not even been done with a rag or anything. So these are great for restoration. These are how we like to find them. They're almost, for me, they're almost too good to restore. But I'll probably have to do them up and sell them because I can't afford to keep all these watches. And then on the back, there's the curved back again. That's like a 50 style back with the 6 squares in the back for opening a case. Back's on tight. Can always have a go at taking the back off with your fingers. Sometimes they come off. You can always try with your thumbnails if you've got any. You won't do the watch any harm. Your nails will break before the watch case breaks. Doesn't want to come off. Bit of blue tack. Out of focus. Right, there you go. And there's the bumper movement. Pretty cool. So again, 50s. Well, later. Well, I don't suppose it didn't make it for too long. They soon went onto the rotor. I think the rotor was in at the same sort of time. There's the balance. Give it a little wind. Straight away, that was from. You see, if you pick the back up, pick the watch up, take the back off, and look at it, it's often tempting to shake it. But sometimes, if you hold the watch and don't shake it, and wind the watch, and if it starts running from winding it, you know it's nice and clean and in good order. If you have to wind it and then rock it to get it going, it's not so fantastic. But if you just gently pick the watch up and you've got the back off it and it's not running and it's not been wound, and you wind it and it starts running, sometimes it just start running after the second wind or the third wind. You know it's in good nick, you know the balance is in good nick, and it's good to take home. But if you've got to pick it up and rock it and rock it and rock it, it could be they could have a problem with it, and you could just be making it work by rocking it. Shouldn't really touch the movement. Terrible for doing that. That's about it. Let's see if we can get the back on without wrecking it too much. Anyway, that's a couple of watches that I've found. I hope you find loads of watches. I'll get the back on here one day. The bit of blue tack just helps with your fingers because that's such a curved, smooth back, very hard to hold anyway. Great little Cyma, proper vintage watch. Not worth £1,000,000. Probably have to flog them. That one's upside down. Lovely condition, vintage, lovely vintage condition. As found, untouched, vintage condition. Love it. Get out there. Hope you find some. Whatever they are, even if they've got no name or make on them, that's lovely vintage steel watches. I hope you find a Cyma automatic. Good luck. Happy hunting.